Okay, very good morning, everyone, and welcome to the briefing on Friday, the 24th of March. Sat in here, it's bloody windy outside. See all the swings rattling around. So first of all, taking a look at the synoptic, I've got the overnight chart on here, and we see we got that low pressure system out to the west and throwing lots of frontal activity towards us, and isobars very close together. So we would have had, this cold front looks like it went through yesterday, or potentially overnight, as well as this one here. And today we're left with a slightly more settled outlook with no frontal activity immediately over us. But we are very close to this trough line here. And of course, those isobars being very close together and that low pressure system being quite close to us. Looking ahead to tomorrow, isobars still very close together. That low pressure sort of starting to dissipate, but potentially quite a lot of weather tomorrow of all these occluded fronts sat over the top of us and looking pretty windy again. On the subject of winds at height today, towards the south coast, we're looking at about 45 knots, more like 30 knots towards the centre of the country. So I'd say about 40 knots from the southwest at flying height today. And yeah, looking at the sat pic, we can see it's reasonably clear over the top of us now, although looking out to the west, sort of southwest, sort of into wind, looks like we've got some showers developing that are coming our way. And you can see the centre of this low pressure up to the northwest here. And you see how quickly all the cloud is moving, suggesting it is quite windy. Looking at the rain radar, nothing immediately over the top of us at the moment, although quite a lot out to the west and the southwest. Looks like a lot of that's developing as well, and I expect more to sort of develop locally as we go throughout the day. Looks like we've got some cumulus developing already. And that sort of aligns with the public forecast, which is suggesting rain from 11 o'clock and sort of scattered showers all day. Last night it was suggesting potentially hail and some thunderstorms through midday. It's not painting that on here now, but I would suggest probably the chance of some certainly very heavy rain, if not hail today. Wind looks like it's sort of just about within our limits for the next few hours, but then starting to really push them from 11 o'clock, maybe midday, with it gusting over 30 knots. So that's going to be pushing it quite a lot for us. Although reasonably warm today out of the wind, the top temperature of 11 or maybe even 12 degrees and a dew point of about 7 or 8 degrees. And that's a current view outside. See, there's already cumulus developing, which is why I'm so sure there's going to be some showers developing quite quickly, although it's quite low at the moment. And Farnborough is not giving us a height at the moment, but it is saying 15 knots from the southwest. Good visibility. Forecast is for that wind to stay the same, maybe pick up later on, but potentially gusts up to 32 knots. A few clouds at 1,200 feet above Farnborough and scattered a bit higher than that. But they've got a Prop 40 here for those gusts above 30 knots and broken clouds at 1,200 feet with cumulonimbus, heavy rain showers, small hail or snow pellets. So Meteo, in terms of weather from 10 o'clock, it's suggesting these little green triangles here, showers, and they're pretty much around all day. As we go ahead a few hours, we see that they're sort of covering quite a lot of the south of England. And in terms of cloud cover, it's suggesting less than 2,000 feet, which in itself isn't a problem. But as we go through the day, it's suggesting quite a lot of showers, and these little ones here, potential for cunims to develop as well. NOTAM-wise, not really anything to affect us today. Number 7 down here is one of these permanent ones, Southampton's operating hours. 15 in here, I'd hope that would have gone by now with the release of the news chart, but it seems to not have. Middle Wallops, permanent NOTAM, just notifying of the new glider launching site. And 16 here, things danger areas activate. High intensity radio transmissions at Boscombe Down, but nothing really going to affect us if we do fly today. So operationally, I think, to be honest, it's probably going to be a bit too challenging for us to go flying. We haven't got many people here, and the ground's going to be very wet, and the wind's right on the limits at the moment. But if we do suddenly have a load of enthusiasm, we will set up on runway 23 in a sort of normal position. The ground is going to be very, very wet, so We'll most likely have to use the booms with the cables going down the edge of the runway here. And in terms of flying, we'll try to keep the runways, the gliders on the runways as much as possible. So it'll be circuits on left-hand circuits onto runway 27, right-hand circuits onto 23, which will put you in the mud. But as I say, I'm not sure we're going to be flying today. So I'll see you all in the clubhouse.